She's lost, isn't she, Matt? Naomi Osaka is lost right now.
Yeah, and look, when she hired Patrick Mouratoglou in the first place, looking at the recent Patrick Mouratoglou history, I was always worried about sort of where it might end up, that coaching relationship. You know, if you look at sort of where he left Holger Rune and where he left Simona Halep, it's probably in a worse place than where he found them. And yet I did think that there might be an initial jolt and an initial impact. And I think the sort of real shame for Osaka is that in that period, in those first few tournaments she had with Mouratoglou, she got injured, didn't she? And I actually think she was playing really good tennis then early in this partnership. But she was having to retire and she was injured. And then as it's gone on, well, in her words, the results haven't been resulting. And there's just been a lot of red flags, really, over the last few months. You know, that statement from Mouratoglou about no stars in women's tennis, like you're literally working with Naomi Osaka, and that press conference in Paris where Osaka spoke about, you know, not wanting to let him down and how he used to work with the greatest of all time, and now he's seeing that performance after her loss to Badosa. Like, that was a red flag of not a healthy player-coach relationship. And then even at Wimbledon, when David had that exchange with Osaka in the press conference, and she was like, yeah, I didn't know he'd said that, but I do see some stuff that he says when I'm scrolling. And like, it just wasn't really sounding good, and the results haven't been good over the last few months. And yeah, lost is kind of a good way to put it, really. And that very often leads to a coaching change. So I'm not surprised by this one, to be honest.